how the universe is mirrored in you. What if I told you that everything you've ever experienced, every joy, every sorrow, every fleeting thought is not just happening to you, but because of you? The gateway process, an ancient understanding of reality, reveals that the universe is not what it seems. It's not a collection of random, chaotic events. Instead, it's a perfectly synchronized dance of energy, intention, and consciousness. And guess what? You are not a passive observer of that dance. You are the dancer. Let's start with this reality as you know it is not solid. The chair you're sitting on, the air you're breathing, the thoughts crossing your mind right now, they're all made of the same thing: energy. The gateway process teaches that energy is the fundamental building block of existence, and it operates according to vibrations and frequencies. And those vibrations? They're shaped by consciousness. Your consciousness.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lessons.
Do you know what this means? It means that the world you see, the events you experience, and even the people you attract, all of it is a reflection of the energy you project outward. Pause for a moment. Look at your life. Are you happy with what you see? If not, ask yourself this: what frequency am I vibrating at? The ancient document behind the gateway process explains something profound. Your mind is not just a receiver of reality, it's a transmitter. Think of it as a radio. When you tune your consciousness to a specific frequency, you attract experiences that match that vibration. It's not magic, it's physics. The universe responds to your mind like a mirror, reflecting back to you the energy you send out. But here's where it gets fascinating. Most of us are broadcasting on autopilot. We're emitting frequencies based on old beliefs, fears, and patterns we've inherited from society or even our ancestors. And because of that, we keep attracting the same struggles, the same conflicts, and the same limitations. So, how do you change the frequency? How do you shift the energy you're putting out into the world? The gateway process offers a simple but profound answer. You must master focus and awareness. You see, your mind is like a lens. Wherever you point it, energy flows. If you focus on fear, you amplify fear. If you focus on abundance, you amplify abundance. But most of us are unaware of where our focus goes. We let our minds wander aimlessly, pulled in 1,000 directions by distractions, doubts, and desires. And in doing so, we scatter our energy. The gateway process teaches that through meditation and visualization, you can take control of your focus. You can train your mind to align with the higher frequencies of love, peace, and abundance. And when you do that, the universe responds in kind. But here's the catch: this isn't easy. It requires discipline. It requires a willingness to confront your own shadows, those parts of yourself that you've suppressed or denied. Because as long as those shadows remain hidden, they will continue to influence your vibration. Ask yourself this right now: what am I afraid to look at within myself? What emotions, memories, or beliefs have I buried because they're too painful to face? The truth is, the only way to raise your frequency is to heal those wounds, to integrate those shadows into the light of your awareness. The gateway process describes this as recalibrating the self. It's not about denying your pain or pretending it doesn't exist. It's about embracing it, understanding it, and transforming it. Because when you do, you unlock a power within you that is limitless. You begin to realize that you are not a victim of circumstance. You are the creator of your reality. And the more you align your energy with the truth of who you are, a being of infinite potential, the more the universe will conspire to support you. So let me leave you with a question as we move forward. If you could create anything in your reality without limitation, what would it be? And more importantly, what's stopping you from believing it's possible? How the gateway process reveals the cosmic blueprint. What if there was a blueprint for existence, a hidden architecture underlying everything you see, touch, and feel? The gateway process doesn't just suggest this, it provides a roadmap. According to this ancient understanding, reality is not random, nor is it fixed. It's a dynamic, ever-shifting field of energy, intention, and interconnectedness. And at the center of it all is something extraordinary, you. Let's dive deeper into how this works. Imagine for a moment that life is a giant hologram. A hologram is unique because every part of it contains the whole. That means if you were to take a small piece of the hologram and examine it closely, you would still see the entire image. The gateway process teaches us that reality operates in the exact same way. Every fragment of existence, whether it's a single blade of grass, a distant galaxy, or the thoughts running through your mind, contains the essence of the whole. This means that you are not separate from the universe. You are the universe. Every cell in your body, every beat of your heart, is connected to the infinite web of creation. And because of this, you have access to the entire cosmic blueprint. But here's the thing, most of us don't realize this. We walk through life feeling small, powerless, and disconnected. We believe that life is happening to us, not through us. Why? Because we've forgotten how to access the deeper layers of reality. We've become trapped in the illusion of separation. The gateway process explains that this illusion stems from the way our consciousness interacts with reality. At its core, reality is made up of energy vibrating at different frequencies. These frequencies are interpreted by your mind and senses, creating the experience of a physical world. But here's the catch: your senses can only perceive a tiny fraction of what actually exists. Think about it. Your eyes can only see a narrow band of the electromagnetic spectrum. Your ears can only hear a limited range of sound frequencies. And your mind? It filters out most of the information it receives, focusing only on what it deems relevant for survival. In other words, your perception of reality is like looking at an infinite ocean through the tiny window of a submarine. But what if you could widen that window? What if you could train your consciousness to perceive the deeper layers of existence? This is where the gateway process becomes truly transformative. The ancient document suggests that through specific techniques such as deep meditation, controlled breathing, and visualization, you can expand your awareness beyond the limitations of your senses. You can begin to tap into the underlying energy field that connects all things. One of the most fascinating aspects of the gateway process is its emphasis on the holographic mind. This idea suggests that your consciousness is not confined to your brain. Instead, it exists as a field of energy that interacts with the larger hologram of reality. This is why thoughts and emotions are so powerful. They don't just stay inside you. They ripple out into the universe, influencing the energy around you. Have you ever noticed how your mood can affect the people around you? Or how certain places seem to carry a specific energy, whether it's calming, uplifting, or unsettling? This is not a coincidence. It's the result of energy fields interacting and resonating with one another. The gateway process teaches that by mastering your own energy field, You can influence the hologram of reality itself. This is not about control in the traditional sense. It's not about forcing outcomes or manipulating others. It's about aligning your energy with the natural flow of the universe. When you do this, life begins to unfold effortlessly. Opportunities arise, synchronicities occur, and you feel a profound sense of connection and purpose. But here's the paradox: to master the hologram, you must first surrender to it. You must let go of the illusion of control and trust in the deeper intelligence of the universe. This requires a shift in perspective. Instead of seeing yourself as separate from reality, you must begin to see yourself as a co-creator. Ask yourself this: what would happen if you stopped resisting life? What if, instead of struggling against the current, you allowed yourself to flow with it? The gateway process suggests that this is the key to unlocking the hidden architecture of reality. Now, let's get practical. How do you apply this in your everyday life? First, start by observing your thoughts and emotions. What kind of energy are you putting out into the world? Are you focused on fear, lack, or frustration? Or are you radiating love, gratitude, and abundance? Remember, the universe is a mirror. Whatever you project outward, it reflects back to you. Second, practice stillness. In our fast-paced, distracted world, it's easy to lose touch with the deeper layers of reality. But when you take the time to sit in silence, to breathe deeply, and to tune into your inner self, you begin to access the holographic mind. You start to sense the interconnectedness of all things. Finally, set clear intentions. The gateway process emphasizes the power of intention as a tool for shaping reality. When you focus your energy on a specific goal or outcome, you align yourself with the corresponding frequencies in the universe. But here's the catch: your intention must come from a place of authenticity and alignment. It's not enough to want something. You must become the vibration of it. So, let me ask you a question. If you knew, without a shadow of a doubt, that the universe was conspiring in your favor, how would you live your life differently? What dreams would you pursue? What fears would you let go of? The truth is, the hidden architecture of reality is not outside of you. It's within you. And the more you align with it, the more you begin to see the world for what it truly is: a reflection of your own consciousness. The final step to mastering the gateway process. Now, we've touched on something extraordinary. The reality you experience is not fixed, but fluid, an intricate dance of energy, intention, and vibration. But the gateway process doesn't stop at understanding this. It calls us to go further, to ascend beyond the illusion entirely. The final step is not just about shaping your external reality, but about awakening to the ultimate truth: the self is not separate from the cosmos. You are the infinite, experiencing itself through the finite. Let's go deeper. What does it mean to ascend beyond the illusion? Most of us live our lives tethered to what the gateway process calls the false self, the ego. The ego is the construct of identity that tells you who you are: your name, your job, your roles in society. It's the voice in your head that says, "I'm not enough," or "I need to prove myself," or "I can't do this." The ego is not inherently bad. It's a tool for navigating the physical world. But here's the problem: we mistake it for the entirety of who we are. The gateway process reveals that the ego is like a mask, a filter through which we experience reality. But behind the mask lies something far greater: the true self. The true self is not bound by time, space, or circumstance. It's the eternal observer, the pure awareness that witnesses every moment without judgment. And here's the most profound realization: the true self is not separate from the universe, it is the universe. Think about this: if reality is a hologram, and every part contains the whole, then you contain the entire cosmos within you. You are not a drop in the ocean, you are the entire ocean in a drop. But to fully awaken to this truth, you must let go of the illusion of separation. You must transcend the ego. The gateway process provides a path for this transcendence. It begins with stillness. When you quiet the mind through meditation, you create space between your thoughts and the awareness observing those thoughts. In that space, you begin to sense the presence of the true self. It's like stepping out of a noisy crowd and suddenly hearing the profound silence of the universe. But this silence is not empty. It's alive. It's the source of all creation. The gateway process describes it as the field of infinite potential. When you access this field, you realize that everything you've ever desired, peace, love, abundance, freedom, already exists within you. You don't have to chase it. You simply have to align with it. Here's where it gets practical. How do you align with the infinite potential of the true self? The key is vibration. Remember, the universe operates on frequencies. If you want to experience love, you must become the vibration of love. If you want abundance, you must become the vibration of abundance. This is not about pretending or forcing. It's about embodying the truth of who you are at your core. But here's the challenge: the ego will resist this process. It will cling to its old stories, its fears, and its limitations. It will tell you, this isn't real, or you're not ready, or you're not worthy. The ego thrives on separation and scarcity because that's what keeps it alive. So how do you move beyond the ego? The gateway process offers a profound practice: surrender. Surrender doesn't mean giving up. It means letting go of the need to control, the need to force outcomes, the need to prove yourself. It means trusting in the deeper intelligence of the universe, the same intelligence that keeps the planets in orbit, that causes flowers to bloom, that beats your heart without you even thinking about it. Ask yourself this: what would it feel like to let go of everything you think you are? To release every attachment, every fear, every belief, and simply be. This is the essence of surrender. And in that surrender, you discover something extraordinary: the ego is not destroyed. It's transformed. It becomes a servant of the true self rather than its master. The gateway process also emphasizes the power of gratitude as a tool for ascension. Gratitude is not just an emotion, it's a frequency. When you practice gratitude, you align yourself with the energy of abundance and love. You begin to see the beauty and perfection in every moment, even in the challenges. And here's the secret: the more you focus on what you're grateful for, the more the universe gives you to be grateful for. But there's one final step, a step that many overlook. The gateway process teaches that true mastery comes not from escaping the world, but from embracing it fully. Ascension is not about retreating to a mountaintop or living in isolation. It's about bringing the awareness of the true self into every aspect of your life. Can you see the divine in the mundane? Can you find the infinite in the ordinary? This is the ultimate challenge. It's easy to feel connected when you're meditating or surrounded by nature. But can you maintain that connection when you're stuck in traffic, dealing with conflict, or facing uncertainty? The gateway process reminds us that every moment is an opportunity for awakening. Every situation, no matter how difficult, is a reflection of your inner state. When you encounter challenges, Ask yourself, what is this teaching me about myself? How is this experience inviting me to grow, to let go, to align more deeply with the truth of who I am? And here's the most profound realization: when you ascend beyond the illusion, you don't just transform yourself, you transform the world. Because the world is a reflection of you. When you raise your vibration, you ripple that energy outward, influencing everyone and everything around you. You become a beacon of light, a catalyst for change, a living embodiment of the truth. So I leave you with this final question: what kind of reality do you want to create? Not just for yourself, but for the collective. Because make no mistake, you are not here by accident. You are part of the cosmic blueprint, a vital piece of the hologram. And your awakening is not just for you. It's for all of us. The gateway process is not just a map for understanding reality. It's a call to action, a call to remember who you truly are, a call to step into your power as a creator, a call to ascend beyond the illusion and live as the infinite being you've always been. The question is, are you ready?